Let's focus on Mark chapter 8 today. Jesus has already fed 5,000 people in Mark 6 with 5 loaves and 2 fish, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of leftovers. Now in chapter 8, the crowd needs bread. They've been with him for 3 days. He's very concerned that if they go without something to eat, they might collapse on the road in the heat. And the disciples are saying, but wait a minute, this is a very remote place. There's no McDonald's nearby. What are we going to do? And Jesus asked, what do you have? Well, we have 7 loaves. Then have the people sit down and bring the loaves to me. And he prayed for the loaves, and then he said, pass them out. And he passed them out, and they were all satisfied. Just a little bit later, they go out in the boat to go across the Sea of Galilee, and they realize we forgot to bring bread, and we've only got 1 loaf. But the disciples just didn't get it. He was recently fed 5,000 in one miracle, 4,000 in another miracle, and now they're saying, we don't have any bread. Jesus picks up on that discussion and he says in Mark chapter 8, why are you talking about having no bread? Do you still not see or understand? Are your hearts hardened? This is the second time that Jesus has asked them if their hearts were hardened. Sometimes we're slow to catch on, aren't we? We fail to see that the victories of the past show power that can be used in the present because we're unwilling to change. You've worked with candle wax, I'm sure. If you light the candle, the wax will drip down the side of the candle. But if you've ever tried it, you can take candle wax in your hand, warm it up a little bit, and you can remold it by just pressing it in different ways when it's warm. Some candle wax is more flexible than others, just like some people are more flexible than others. And the problem is that we get rigid and we are not willing to change. Our hearts get hardened like the candle wax does. Even these disciples who saw the master feed thousands of people with very minimal loaves, and now they're in the boat with 1 loaf. And he's saying, what are you concerned about? You just don't get it, do you? Are you flexible or willing to change? The challenge is, are we willing to change? You know, we're facing some changes even in our worship experience. And when you come to worship, we're going to tell you it's important that you wear a mask for your own safety and for the safety of the people around you. And some people are objecting to wearing a mask. And the usher will probably tell you, you're going to have to sit in a different place because of the COVID concerns. And we aren't even going to let the congregation sing because that spreads the virus if anybody has the virus. The question is, what are we willing to change? The disciples didn't even catch on to the fact that that power of the past miracles would apply to their need for bread in the boat. So now the challenge is for us, are we willing to change? Are you going to bristle when they tell you, you know, you really need to wear a mask, or you may need to sit in a different place? Let's not forget that we've come to worship Jesus Christ, and he volunteered for the crucifixion, knowing that it would lead to his death. And we're concerned about wearing a mask for an hour, sitting in a different place. I'm afraid we have really lost sight of the importance of sacrifice. So today, let me challenge you to read Mark chapter 8 sometime and ask yourself, where is my heart hardened? Where am I unwilling to change? A true disciple has to be willing to change if he's going to grow as a disciple and follower of Jesus Christ. Pray about your hard spots today. If we can help you in your walk with God, call us at Life Point Church, 612-305-8362.